backwards. Like this. That's what I do. It's chilly today and it's damp and Dreek, as we say. There's a word for you to use today. Dreek. It just means it's wet and miserable. I'm waiting on my water feature coming. I can't wait for my water feature to come. Right, okay, what am I doing? See, when I talk, I don't know what I'm doing. It takes all my concentration just to get the chat up in the mornings. Let me get the chat up. There we are, founders. Now, put it to live chat, sounds down. And then we're cooking with gas, as they say. There we go, that's us now, there we are. Good morning, my sweet gold dust and Jane. Good morning, Randy, my lovely Randy. Good morning. Eliska, good morning to you. Good morning. I hope it's nice where yous are. I hope yous have got some nice weather. I'm fed up with the rain. I want some warm weather now. I'm by the winter. Although I do love the winter, I'm kind of over it now. There's my sweet Sky. Have you got the same weather, Sky? It's rotten. I'll show you this again. I've ordered some more fat balls for my birthdays. As you can see, they've ate me out in house and home. They've ate me out of house and home, the birds. Good morning, sweet Pip, my gorgeous Pip. You've got the same weather also, Randy. It's a day for binge watching, like some kind of Marvel movie or something like that. That's what I'm going to do today. That's what I'm going to be up to. Jane, good morning to you, lovely Jane. Randy, good morning. Did I say good morning, lovely Randy? I did. Yes. So, yeah, that's all I'm doing today. I mean, I have got some tidying up to do. There is some things about that need tidied up. The thong is still sitting on the table. That needs put away. Say somebody was to come into my house and see that thong just lying there on the table, they'd be thinking that some kind of action had happened in the bungalow. Still there, sitting. I don't even know where to put it. I don't know if I should put it on my wall and hang it with pride. I don't know. I think, do you know, I think I'll mess with my neighbours, and the very first time I put a washing out this year, I think I'll pin them out so everybody can see them. They'll all be debating it. I don't think that woman can get into them. I think they're a bit small for her. You're going to make chocolate tart with your mum? Oh my goodness, Sky, that sounds so dreamy. Going to tell your mum I was asking for her and tell her that she raised a beautiful daughter. Tell her that for me, please. Kendall, good morning to you, lovely Kendall. Good morning. Jenny Jones, good morning, my sweet Jenny. Good morning. So, Vera, Valerie, and Keely, if you get in touch with me and tell me what kind of video you would like this month, I'll send you a wee message as well. But if you are watching this, send me, think about it, and let me know by Monday what you would like me to do, and I'll be sure and do it for you. But I'm going to do a face washing because there's a gentleman that wants me to do that. And I don't think it's a kinky thing. I think he just enjoys the sound of like water and things like that. So I've got my new face cloth that I got from Golfer Girl. So I'm going to wash your face with that. So I'm going to have a bowl of water. So it's going to be like a watery kind of video. And I'm going to use a sponge. I'm going to use a few things on your face, but some nice water sounds and fabrics. I'll dry your face with a towel and stuff like that. That's what I'm doing. I'm always thinking about things to do. Oh, my beautiful Sky. Well, I'm not telling a lie. She has raised a beautiful daughter. We all love you, Sky, here. We all love you in this channel. Oh, doesn't it sound yummy? I'll tell you, the French know how to cook. I'll tell you that. They'll give Gordon Ramsay a run for his money. And Gordon Ramsay was born in Scotland, in case you didn't know. He's got the fiery Scottish. Get out my kitchen. He's got that going on, Gordon Ramsay. I'd be terrified of that man, though. See, if I was one of his employees, I'd be terrified. Did you hear that he called one of his one of the people that were in his restaurant had a dog. He gets away with it. There's my sweet Moomin, my English Rose. Good morning. Oh, my sweet Moomin. Do you know what? See if it comes today. I'll keep it for tomorrow and I'll do a live stream with it, Moomin. If you want me to. If you don't want me to open it on camera, I won't. But if you want, I'll unbox it tomorrow. Unless I'm sitting here today and the postman comes, because he was quite early yesterday, wasn't he? There's my golfer girl there, my sweet golfer girl. You made my day wonderful yesterday. I hope you know that. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay. Right, Gordon. The story about Gordon Ramsay is it's all over Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that. He was in his restaurant, Hell's Kitchen. He was in Hell's Kitchen, and this lady had returned a dish twice. I don't know what for, but it just wasn't up. She was just fussing. Still not right. My dinner's still not right. So she thought, I'm going up to Gordon Ramsay. That's how big of a woman I am. So she went up and she went, it's still not right. And Gordon Ramsay's still pottering about. And she went and whistled at him. And he came over and he went, don't whistle at me as if I'm a dog. And all that. Oh my God, it was hilarious. And he was saying, take that over to the dog that's at that table. Only Gordon Ramsay can get away with that, eh? And charging you £500 for your meal and calling you a dog. She was acting a bit like a dog, though. I'm kind of on Gordon Ramsay's side on that one. I think she was just wanting to be on the camera, so it was just going to cause a fuss. Because the man can cook, by God. The man's a great cook. A lot of his stuff that he makes. Do you know what I've never tasted in my life? A scallop. I've never had a scallop in my life. I don't know what a scallop, but I'll tell you, I'd like to try it after watching Hell's Kitchen, because they make scallops all the time. And Gordon Ramsay's probably the best man for the job. Logan, well, good morning to you, lovely Logan. And my favourite place, the USA. I've got your flag everywhere in my house and out my garden. I fly the Star-Spangled Banner. Do you know where the Scottish flag is? In my wardrobe. Scottish flag's in my wardrobe, and I've got the Croatian and the American flag, and Canadian, flying proudly in my bedroom. Scotland's put in the cupboard. Get in there. I would love to try a scallop. They look good. Oh, scallops with garlic. See, I love garlic also. Garlic bread. Oh my goodness. Oh, my sweet Moomin. Listen, see, just the thought of you sending me anything warms my heart. I'm telling you right now, I'm not kidding on. And I'm sure I'll treasure whatever it is you've sent. But I'll keep it, if it comes today, I'll keep it for tomorrow, so that I can open it. Ohio, Logan, I've never been to Ohio. I've been in, well, Florida, that's the main place I've been, but I was in Chicago briefly, and I was in New Jersey, where Newark Airport is. I was there as well, so I'm claiming them. I'm claiming I've been in Chicago, although it was the airport, and I'm claiming I've been in New Jersey because I was in the airport. So I'm claiming the states. And of course Florida, I've claimed that. That's been NASA. I'd love to go to Texas, to go to Houston. Can you imagine the trouble I'd get in Houston, Texas, and Johnson Space Center? Oh. Everything in Texas is bigger, so I'd be even bigger when I was in Texas. I'd be doing stuff. Oh, I would love that. Johnson Space Center. Oh, my sweet Moomin. Moomin is my English Rose, so she is. Yes, I've been tempted to do it, but do you know, I think I'll just keep it the wee blue thing. I think that's just nice for me, just the wee blue stripe. I don't know, I think if I'd done my whole head, I don't know if I'd like it. Plus, see, when I go back to the swimming, that's going to be a nightmare. Because it'll come out. It'll come out. In fact, it is already fading, but I've got I can't talk in the mornings. I've got the semi-permanent blue dye in there, so after I wash my hair the next time, I might put some of that in again. But I'm liking the blue. I'm liking just the wee stripe I've got. I feel a bit like, what's her name? Rogue out X-Men, only she's got a blonde stripe, I've got a blue stripe. So I feel a bit like an X-Man. And I'm half Terminator, really, when you think about it. I'm half Terminator. I've got a metal leg, really. You know, from my shin down my ankle. And then through my foot, I've got a big long pin going down my foot. So I'm kind of Terminator as well. Truth be known. And see if I get the person on saying, you're talking properly. I've got x-rays I can show you, strange person, if you really want to delve into all my thing. I've got x-rays I can prove to you that's got my name on it. Oh, I miss my swimming so much, I do. Maria from Russia, there's another place. St. Petersburg, I want to go to St. Petersburg in Russia. I was actually learning Russian and I was doing really good. And I had learned the whole alphabet, but now I've lost it. I've lost it. Yeah, Sarah Connor, she's in Terminator, but I'm actually the Terminator because I've got metal in me. I could do that trick that Arnie done and, you know, slice my leg like that and show all the metal, but I wouldn't because it would kill me. But that's my leg. My leg's like that. Oh, babies are great. The children are fine. My girls, I've not seen Amanda all year. I seen Sophie yesterday actually because she needed to go and get some of her medication. So I ran her. It was nice seeing her. The doggies are fine. They're in and out with their big brother. Peter's in his room. He's loving these snacks that Golfer Girl sent. She sent him some vegan snacks, so he's really happy with that. How did I come up with my username? I've always, well, blueberry muffins for one. I love blueberry muffins. And when I came on, I thought, what do I like? What should I name myself? Something cute. Something cute. What am I going to have? And I named myself Blueberry Squash because I'm also on Pogo games and my name was Blueberry Squash. So I named myself that first, but it was a mouthful for people to remember when they first came on. So I cut it down to just Blueberry ASMR, Scottish ASMR Blueberry. So that's how I come up with it. But really just muffins. I love blueberry muffins. I'm a fat pig. I like my food. Yes, he's loving his food, Golfer Girl. Thank you so much. He did look happy yesterday. I showed my mum all my stuff. Like, Mum, wait to see what I got. She was like, it's Christmas every day for you. I was like, I know it is, Mum. So, yesterday I just spent all day watching the Scottish Parliament, to tell you the truth. It was like a witch hunt yesterday. I felt sorry for our First Minister. She was getting some tough questions thrown at her. And she was getting like the same question asked over and over and over and over. That annoys me. Move on to another question. People, that's why I should be actually First Minister of the Scotland. First Minister. And we'd have to name a city Brigadoon. We'd need to just say like Stirling. You're not called Stirling anymore. You're called Brigadoon. That's the official name. We'll just do that because we can do what we want. We might just take Stirling Castle as my castle because that's my favourite castle. And that'll be the Castle of Love. Wallace's monument will be Blueberry's monument. And it's kind of shaped like an obelisk. Wallace's monument. I would have it still that shape, but then make two wee round huts like that at the bottom. So you'd have the two wee round huts like that, and then the obelisk. That would be Blueberry's monument right there. That would be fitting. Fitting. Thank you, Gold Dust. Thank you very much. Jacqueline, good morning, my lovely Jacqueline. Did I tell you Jacqueline's got her background all fancy again? A beautiful St. Patrick's stuff she's got on her background. It's lovely. Carrie, good morning to you. Emma, good morning, sweet Emma. I'm glad you've managed to get to one of the chats this morning. That's really good. Yes, petition to rule the world. It'd be a loving world. It would be a loving world. Do you know who wouldn't like me? The multi-rich wouldn't like me. Because I'd be a bit like Robin Hood as well, because I'd be taking some of their billions off them and putting it out more equally to the people. That's what I'd be doing. There'd be none of this mega rich and mega poor. That wouldn't be happening in my world. No. If you're fortunate enough to be born with all these millions, well, you know, give it to people that aren't as fortunate as yours. That's just the world. That's what would be happening. There'd be a lot of love happening as well. Got to have that. Got to have lots of love. In fact, I was telling my mum about the castle. She thinks it's a smashing idea. She thinks it's a great idea, this castle of love that we've got. In fact, her and my dad were sitting talking about old Mrs. Doubtwater. See, you can't make this stuff up. They were sitting talking about old Mrs. Doubtwater and what she could be getting up to now. So they've gave me, I'm not wanting to say, but they've given me a few little hints. So I'll need to do a Mrs. Doubtwater soon, because let's just say she's been in jail. Right, I'll say that here, as I've heard. I've heard she's been locked up, so she has, Mrs. Doubtwater. The butcher's been watching her house. Imagine my mum and dad sitting thinking of these kind of things up. Didn't it? Well, is it Jacqueline's birthday? Where's my Jacqueline? Did Jacqueline say it's her birthday today? If it is Jacqueline, I'm going to be. Yes, it's Jacqueline's birthday today, right, Jacqueline? That's it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jacqueline. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I hope you get spoilt rotten. If not in gifts, with love. I'd like to be spoilt with love right now. That's what I'd like. But I love spoiling. It's been a long time. I've said that, haven't I? I keep saying it. There. See, I like to sing these a wee song. I like to sing these a little song when it's your birthdays. I'm not a great singer. I would not be one of these ones going on The Voice or Britain's Got Talent and see me going, I'm going to sing a song by Alicia Keys. I'm going to sing a song by Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac and just blast it out and be terrible. And then when they're saying to me that I'm rubbish, I'll be saying, but my friends told me I was great. That's hilarious. See, when you see that, you know they've been set up. See these people that go up and they're terrible singers, but their friends have said to them, you should go on that show, you're brilliant. Amma, your voice, you've got a voice like an angel. Go on, Britain's Got Talent. You know their friends are sitting in the audience like that. Oh, that's always good too. I love that. The audition phase is my favourite part of all these shows. Can you remember there was a fight in Britain's Got Talent? Two lassies, two kind of burly lassies as well. They go on, and I can't remember what their name is. Ice and Fire, something like that. Something. This is Ice and I'm Fire, and we're here to audition for our thing, right? And they're going, oh, and she's going, you're doing it wrong. I'm going, I'm not doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Start again. They're like that. And one of the lassies gets fed up and punches the other girl on stage live. Live on stage, she got punched in Britain's Got Talent. They were all like that. Simon Cowell, I think they had called for security at that moment. It was kicking off. Some people take it way too serious. Oh, Jenny, I'm glad. I'll sing it again every time it's your birthday, just let me know. Emma, a golden buzzer. You would get the golden buzzer, Emma. And confetti. Moomin, you can. Moomin, you can be like one of the bouncers and vet them that coming through the door. We don't want any riffraff in the castle. Moomin, You know the looks that we look for. I want some girls in there too, though. I don't want it just all guys. We need a bit of, we need to be up with the times. So pretty ladies as well. if you don't mind, I want some of them. Wonder Woman comes to mind. Jodie Foster, um, Catherine Zeta-Jones. They're all invited into the castle and to get their keys in the fishbowl. I was telling my mum, and my mum went to me. She said, "Do you know?" She says, "There's actually people that do that with the keys in the fishbowl." I says, "I know, Mum." I says, I'd be up for that now. I'd be up for that. See, when you become my age, you're like, I don't care, just whatever now. Here, I'm a lover. You don't get embarrassed when you're my age with things like that. I don't even get embarrassed staring anymore. I stare blatantly at the firemen that were over at the flats. Me that can hardly walk very right, I can't walk very good, you just know that. The pain and metal leg and all the rest of it, right? I managed to haul a chair over to my wall, stand on it, and drag my ass up on top of that wall to look over the fence at the firemen. I did. And there's Edge of ASMR. Good morning, Edge of ASMR. I told my daughters, they were raging. They weren't happy with me. But I was standing, I was just looking at them like that. I was just looking at the firemen. There was about 6 of them or something. I was like, oh, there was 2 fire engines. I was like, oh, here we go. Just watching them. And they're looking at me and I'm just looking back. I'm like, I'm not going to not look. I'm nosy. What are you going to do about it? Come over and give me a spanking? But come in and lock the door. Where's the key? Oh, Jenny. Well, I hope they don't hear a lot of, you know what, got to talk. Hopefully I talk in code. I like to try and talk in code, but we all know what I'm saying. I'm like a Disney movie. I'm like a Disney movie. The adults kind of get what I'm talking about, but kids would be oblivious. Unless, see, if at 18 the stream, you know it's bad. It's a bad stream. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just I've lost my crafting bug and I couldn't be bothered doing it just now. But these things go round in circles for me. So see, maybe next month I'll take a bug to go and craft, and the place I'll be up to my neck in glue sticks and glitter again. That's the way it happens. Or my cross stitching. I just look now. There's no shame. I just look. In fact, I was a bad mother one time. It was a couple of years ago, and Amanda had phoned me, or no, I was collecting Amanda from her. Scrap that. I was taking a package down. A package got delivered here for Amanda, and I was taking it down to her house. This is when she stayed in the flat. And as I drove into the street right next to her flat, and her flat's got like 3 stories, her flat was in fire. The bins were on fire. Somebody had set fire to the bins. So the firemen were all in the street. Lots of firemen, hoses out, all this kind of stuff was going on. So I'm sitting, I'm like glued, glued to the scenery like that. Oh God, aye. And I'm looking in my head, I'm thinking there's not one of them that's ugly looking. Every single one of them are right good looking guys. You know, I wouldn't say no to anyone. I mean, he's a bit older, but still, he'd be. So at that, my daughter comes into the car, and I went, "All right, hen." I said, "I'm just looking at these firemen here." I says, "There's no a bad one. There's no a bad one there. There's no bad." And she went, "Mum, you're meant to be asking me, am I okay?" The building's in fire. I went, "Oh God, is everything all right, hen? Is your flat okay?" And she went, "Yes, my flat's fine. It was the bins, but still." I was like, I get carried. Sorry, hen. Sorry, I get carried away there. Are you okay? Things are fine. Right, as I was saying, there's not a bad looking one there, is there? And she says, "I wouldn't expect anything less for you." See, they know what their mum's like. I've never pretended. I'm open about things like that. But there you are. There wasn't a bad looking one. I would have took. There was some that were quite young though. I was like, oh, that's. I mean, they were of age, you know what I mean. But still, they were a bit young. But I was thinking, I'd be mutton for a day. I'd be mutton dressed up as lamb for a 15 minutes. That's all it would take me, if that. You know. Oh, see, I can dream. I'm an old lady that can. When you get to my age, it's like a free pass you've got to think things and stuff like that. You can let your imagination run, and without the beamer, I don't get the embarrassment now when I'm looking. If I'm looking like even that time that I had busted the leg up and the time with Uncle Frankie in the hospital, the police were there, but I was not looking away. I was totally staring. What are they going to do? Pull me out my wheelchair and smash me to the ground? Stop looking at us. I'd been scratching that off my bucket list, right? I'd been smashed to the ground with police. Sky, I know, but you're young, but that changes. See, when you get to my age, that changes. Before, I'd be like looking at somebody at the side of the eye and then looking away and looking like that. See, now I'm just like a looker. I'm just like, oh, aye. They look at me too, though. They look at me. They're probably looking at me and going, she's one creepy lady right there. That old lady, that creepy old lady's staring at me. And I'm like, thinking things. I'm visualising prancing through a sunflower field with a white skirt on, skipping, holding hands. That's what I'm visualising. Oh, Angela, my mum's got really bad arthritis. In fact, she's just been on a new medication and she says it's working wonders, so I'll need to find out what medication that is. See, you're allowed to look, Angela, you're allowed to look. I mean, Moomin, I'm with you. See, Moomin, the castle, I'm telling you, you'd be great for vetting people in the castle. Like, you're not coming in. No, where you go. Aquaman, don't even need to check the list for you. You're on it. John Travolta, you're another one. I don't even need to check that list. I know your name's up there high. John Travolta can give us all a wee dance as well because he's a great dancer. So we all get a dance with him. We can all boogie Saturday night. Oh, Mermaid's tail blanket. They look so cute. Oh, Carrie, see, oh, you need to send me pictures. I'm only kidding. I won't be, well, if you want to. No. Stop it, Linda, stop it. Don't be creepy. I can't help it. I love uniforms, but not postman uniforms. We all know that. I'm not into the postman. It's about the only person. It's about the only person I'm not into, the postman. That's that list. What list is she not into? There's only one name on it, the postman, and the to-do list. This is like miles long. Yes, we've got we've said it here. I mean, but we knew Keanu, or Dollface as I like to call him. He's on the list, of course. He can do some of his matrix tricks. Milkman, I'm not sure. Well, maybe the milkman, it depends. See if he smells like off milk, then no. Moomin, if he's smelling like sour milk, we don't want that. We don't know. That's or the butcher, not so much. You know, he might smell like mince. If they smell good though, if they listen, see if they look good and stuff, then Moomin's good at judging. I trust Moomin. We'll all be listening to 60s music and stuff like that. Grooving out like Austin Powers. That's what's happening. It needs to be a thing. See, when I become a YouTube famous millionaire, that's it. I'm buying a castle in Scotland. And you're all coming over. Oh my goodness, Emma. I've been tempted to phone them just to come and check my smoke alarms, but there's nothing wrong with the smoke alarms. That's just me going to be selfish and just to have a look at them. I won't do it though unless there's an emergency. Touch wood, I don't have an emergency, but the thought has went through my... Yes, if he looks like James McAvoy, it doesn't even matter if he smells like sour milk, he's in. We can bathe him. We can have a room for that, for bathing. I'll volunteer. I'll take one for the team. I'll do the bathing. Ladies, you're well. I'll bath them for you. Ooh, Jacqueline's got it good. Her hubby's a security guard. See, I like that as well. Security. I like a bit of uniform. I do. Yeah, fishermen would smell a bit like fish. But as I say, for emergencies, like if they're right good looking, it wouldn't matter because we're going to have a room designated for smelly people so we can bathe them. This is just getting me. So we can bathe them and then put on some nice cologne and stuff like that. Do you know what we need to get? Have you ever seen the Heart Attack Grill restaurant where all the guests that come in, they've all got to wear like scrubs and stuff. They've all got to wear like a goonie. Do you know what we should have? We should have, when all our guests come in, they've got to wear one of these smoking jackets like Hugh Hefner had. That's a great idea. I mean, it worked for Hugh Hefner, didn't it? So I think we should, once they're bathed, get their Hugh Hefner thing on. There's my lovely Sophie. Good morning, Sophie. I hope you're doing good. I hope your pigeon's doing good. I've just sent away today, see, my birds are spoiled, for a big, huge, I think it was like £16 of fat balls and big birdseed because they've ate all they still got their coconuts there. Incidentally, I should save the coconuts, shouldn't I? To make a bra. Oh yes, airline pilots as well. See, John Travolta, he's got a lot. Wait a minute, I'm hot flushing. So this talk, he's got a runway in his yard. The man, John Travolta's got a private plane and a runway in his yard. Come on, oh. I tell you, could take me up on that plane any day. I would be his air hostess. Yes, Moomin. See, Moomin knows. Moomin's on to it. See, we can trust you, Moomin. The ones that need a shower, you can have a tannoy. Blueberry to bathroom. Blueberry to bathroom 1. Blueberry to bathroom 1. Now I'll be like, Nate, excuse me, Keanu. I've got some important business to do, and I'll go and bath them. People have been watching this going, she's went too far with this live stream now. Unsubscribe. Oh, I'm unsubscribing to her right now. She's went too far. I said that before, but I'm really saying, I mean it this time. She has. This whole castle thing. No, I mean, some people will think I'm being absolutely serious that one day I will be owning a castle and all these people will be accepting my offer. They don't even tweet me back if I tweet them and say, I love your movies, by the way, John. Look at that. No, it's not went, oh, thank you very much, Scottish Blueberry, thank you for that. But we can have these wee things in our mind, can't we? We can hope one day. It gets us out the real world. The real world's a shambles right now. Let's just pretend for a minute, folks. Let's just have fun. See, that's it. My imagination runs a riot. That's what my report cards were always like that. D minus. Linda, daydreams way too much. I've been like this, as I say, I've been like this all my life. I do. And I've got a very short attention span. If I see something happening out the window, I just automatically go. I don't know if that is, I can't even say it's age because I've always been like that. I suppose it's getting worse. It's getting worse when I see my pigeons out there doing. Oh, there's a pigeon. See, there's a wee fat ball. See what I mean? My wee pigeons. Look, there's one pigeon. Look, that's all it's got left is that wee fat ball. But don't worry, pigeon. I've hooked you up. Tomorrow, I've hooked the pigeons up. Do you know what I giggled with? Oh my god, I'll tell you what I giggled with. It was our last wee dog Molly, right? That incidentally we only had her a year and a day, but she hadn't been fixed yet, and we had to wait some months before she was allowed to be fixed. So she actually went on to heat, and we had to watch obviously Mr. Mikey. Although Mr. Mikey's not got any testicles because he had his operation, he was still trying to get where, and we didn't know what to do. So, and this is a thing, you can buy it, it's called bitch spray. Bitch spray. And you spray it on a bitch dog that's letting off the scent. Right, you spray it on her. And I remember my Sophie saying, I could have been doing with that can when I was at school. For all the bitches there. Hold on a minute, you're a bitch, aren't you? Hold on, I got my school bag. Bitch spray it's called. You'll be able to find it. I'm going to look on Amazon. I'm looking because I need to show you this. It's true. It's true. Bitch spray. We had to spray our dog with. She had to get bitch sprayed a couple of times a day. Poor thing. Right. Right, let's see. Yes, there it is. That's exactly it. There it is. See? And my daughter saying, Mum, I could have been doing with that when I was at school. Do you know, see, as adults, we all need that, don't we? We all need that bitch spray. See if it worked. See if it worked for trolls and on YouTube. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute, I'll get in my bag here. Oh, we need an imagination gold dust special. Did I say good morning to you, gold dust? See if I don't, just prod me. Write in capitals so I can see because I'm terrible at keeping up. Yeah, bitch spray. Poor wee Molly had to be bitch sprayed a couple of times a day. Who knew it was a thing? Who knew it was a thing? But the funny thing was my daughter coming away with that. I could have been doing with that spray when I was at school because she was really not Amanda. Amanda didn't need bitch spray. Amanda should have probably been sprayed a couple of times, truth be known. But Sophie was always into her work and loved school and all the rest of it. So some people used to pick on her, you know, oh, look at you, goody two shoes and all this kind of stuff. So she should have had the bitch spray and just went, hold on. I don't know if they would just disappear or become nice. There, you're no longer a bitch. You're glad I've got the bitch spray. Bitch spray for everyone. We should have that in the castle as well. We'll have some bitch spray. Moomin, we'll have bitch spray. Bitch spray in the castle. We need some of that. Yes. I know, Sky. It was the funniest thing. It was funny because it was called bitch spray. I mean, that's funny. And YouTube will be like, I'm not going to let you monetize this video because you've said bitch. But I'm talking about a female dog, YouTube. Yeah, you can just go in and take your bitch spray and just point it and tap it like an ASMR video. Bitch spray. Don't make me spray you. Don't here, because in Scotland we're not allowed that pepper spray, but here you can buy some bitch spray. So I'm going to step a step closer. I dare you. We'll get some bitch spray in your eye. So there you are. There you go. They use that for female dogs that are on heat to stop them letting off the aroma that the boy doggies love. Although if Mikey was to got a hold of Molly at the time, nothing would have happened because he was already dressed. But she got sprayed. She was all right, but saying that she only lasted a year and a day. The poor thing. She had problems, that wee dog, for the minute we got her. Broke my heart. Yes, see, we get educate you every day with something. Every day now you know you've got bitch spray. Here, that's a great idea, Emma. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. An ASMR school bully. I could be the headmistress, and you could be in like, and I'd be saying, right, do you know what you need to right good spraying? Stay there. Right, you're no longer a bitch. See, as a mother as well, you think to yourself, how can you have children and they're all so different? Like Sophie, she was so into school and loved school, and she's still very quiet, Sophie. Amanda was a torag, as we call it, a torag. She would dog school, she'd be in fights, she was smoking. There was one time I was taking Big Harvey a W, and I got down to the phone box at my last house, and there she comes with her friend down the hill, Amanda and her friend. So I said, all right, girls, I says, where are you going? Oh, we're just going to my friend's house here. At that, a bottle of cider falls out her friend's jacket and rolls straight to my feet. I looked at the cider and I looked at my daughter, and her face was bright red like that. So when she came home, I says to her, so you've been drinking then? It wasn't mine, it was hers. I was like, don't give me, listen, I made that up. I made that up for your granny. It wasn't mine, it was hers. We made that up, my generation made that saying up. Be thinking that your friend's drinking all this cider and you're just sitting watching her. So that was Amanda for it. She's calmed down now. She calmed down now, but she was some work. And as I said, I never hit my girls, and I never hit my boy either. I never hit my children. And there was one time that she came home drunk, and I was like, "That's it, lady. You're grounded. You are grounded." And she was shouting, "Hit me!" And she was shouting that. She was going, hit me like that. I just closed the door on her. Stay in there. And went up the stairs and phoned my mum and went, you never believe what she's doing. She's down the stairs saying to me, hit me. I never hit her. I never, but she was testing the water. But even then I was like, what can you do? I tried my best to control her. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, Sophie, we never went through this with Sophie. Sophie never went through all this, and all of a sudden Amanda's going through all this new stuff. I was like, what the hell? But then she calmed down, and now she laughs about it, and she recognises that she was a handful, which is good. Moomin. Yes, well, Peter, the amount of laughter that comes out of his room when he's at his college course, I'm thinking, I never laughed that much in school. Oh, Gold Dust, I feel you, because my school days weren't good. My school days weren't good because I had problems, and you know, if you've got problems, because I had a bit of a limp and all that with the leg and the back and all this, and as soon as you've got something out like that, you get picked on. But saying that, you get picked on in school if you're fat, you're thin, you wear glasses, you've got red hair, you've got a funny walk, whatever it is, they can pinpoint it and slag you to death. And I was already going through an awful lot. Between school and then being in hospitals, getting tests done and all painful procedures and stuff like that, I wouldn't want to revisit. I wouldn't want to go back to my childhood. I definitely wouldn't. And gold dust like that, I believe karma happens, and who knows if they're going to be bullied in later life in their workplace or something like that. Yes, so it is now, Sophie. But back then, I think you could chastise. In fact, I don't know if that is true about Scotland. I think it depends. I never done it anyway. I always, it would have hurt me more anyway to hit my children. I'd have tortured myself forever. I got round it with rewarding when they do something good, take away when they do something bad. That was how I got it. Or blackmail. I keep using that word, but it's like if you don't do your homework, then you're not going to see your friend tomorrow night. That kind of thing. Emma, I know the feeling. Yes, karma harms. Oh my goodness, golfer girl. I've never been arrested. I've always been good that way. Although I could have been arrested at NASA, when I was going to jump the fence, but I'd have been shot. Scottish lady gets shot in Florida. I can imagine the headline. Scottish lady shot in Florida, jumped the fence. Yes, Moomin, see, I had big boobies, so I get slagged for that. But school's a nightmare. I think it's slowly getting better now. I think people are getting better with that. But can you imagine the young people with the internet now? There's a whole new kind of bullying, and it's called trolling. And people can troll the life out of you and pretend to be your friend and then troll you. I mean, that's this kind of shady stuff that goes on in YouTube. Golfer girl, I was the same. I was always trying to be nice to people and stuff like that. See, when I was in primary school, I used to play myself. Now, I'm not looking for sympathy, but I did. I used to go and kick a stone about in the playground and stuff like that. And I'd be imagining it, right, say that stone's a bad giant there, that's a bad giant, that stone. And that banana skin, that's a good guy. I'm going to kick that stone to protect the banana skin there. I'd keep myself going. So that's how I could go to Croatia myself for 10 days. My imagination keeps me going from day to day. I did have some friends, but when you make friends and then you're away for 3 weeks, you come back and they've made friends with other people, so. Oh, my sweet Sky, we're always here now. That was nice, golfer girl. Oh, I had a lot of people that would like to slag me and stuff like that. I just had to brush it off. As I say, in my real life away from school, I had a lot going on. With my having to go to hospital every month, and it was terrible. But I was saying that to someone yesterday, um, that see in real life, try and be nice. Like if you're at a checkout or something, say something nice to the checkout operator. You're doing great work, or someone at your door, a delivery person. Just say have a lovely day, or try and be nice, because you don't know what people are going through in real life. See, you don't know if you're going to be nasty to somebody and they're going to. That's going to be the one thing that's put them over the edge. Is just that one, because they're going through so much behind closed doors and things. Yes, Kat, see, I love my life now. I love doing my own thing, and I'm happy. And listen, I'm never alone. I've got yous. Every single day. I've got yous. And my mum, I phone my mum every day as well. Golfer girl, I'm going to phone her next time I get a troll. Golfer girl, I'm going to be telling on them. You know how I told my mum on that troll? I said to my mum, I said, I did a troll the other day. I said, I've just told my mum on you. And I did. I did tell my mum. It just made me feel better telling her. So golfer girl, I'm going to be coming to you next and saying, golfer girl, being trolled. Carrie, I always try and say something nice to people. At the checkout, you're doing a great job, by the way. This is some job that you've had to do. And I just like to say something, leaves people with something nice. So that if they've been having a lot of stuff going on, oh, that was nice, that girl said. They've got something nice. Because as I said, when I was at school, I had a lot going on for my age. I don't know why I'm not in therapy, to tell you the truth. The amount of stuff I had going on um, growing up was horrendous, to be quite honest. And there was no like CT scans, it was like x-rays. I'm surprised I don't glow in the dark. I've had x-rays. I've had needles in every single part of my body, believe me that, every part. Because back in the day, I've got bits of numb on my leg. There's parts of my leg that there's no feeling whatsoever. And like my foot, there's no feeling at the toes whatsoever. So they went round my whole body back in the day with a needle. And I had to lie with my eyes shut and, can you feel this? Tell me when you can feel it. Oh, my whole body get, things done to me. And the majority of these things was when I was going through puberty as well. And see, when you're that age, you're touchy anyway. And because of the scoliosis, my shoulders were uneven, my hips were uneven, everything was all uneven. So it was with the scoliosis. And I remember them saying to me, I'm actually proud about this. This is something I'm proud about. They said to me back in the day, would I be willing to get some pictures taken for medical books, for doctors that are learning how to be a doctor and stuff like that, students, medical students. And I said yes, and they said you would be nude, you would have no clothes on, but it's up to you. My mum and dad said it's your choice, it's up to you. And I remember, as I say, I was about 12, 13, and I said, I'll do it. I said to them, I'll do it, because if it's going to help people, doctors learn, then I'll do it. And I've actually got pictures taken of me front on with the shoulders uneven, side on view, the back, all of that. I get pictures taken for a medical journal, and I'm proud of myself for that, because I thought at that time I was shy in my body anyway. You know what you're like when you're that age. And I done that, and that's something that I'm proud of to this day. I'm proud that I had said yes, because I could have said no, and that'd have been fine. Nobody was ever going to say you should have done that. It was totally my choice. And yeah, I done that, and that was something that I'm proud of. But as I say, that some things, listen, all of that has made me what I am today. This is it. See, if all this didn't happen to me, I don't know where I would be. Maybe I'd be getting a can of bitch spray in the face. Maybe that's a bit happening. Maybe people would go and see her, where's that bitch spray? She needs it. Oh, Jacqueline, that's lovely. Oh, golfer girl, you're just a wonderful person. Yes, Martin Pink, thank you for saying that. I like to just tell you my story sometimes. So listen, I had all that kind of shenanigans happening in my real life, and then at school you had the bullies bullying you, and see, you never know what's happening in people's private lives. So you could be in a bad mood and be saying to a checkout operator, see you, would you hurry up or something, and you've no idea what they're going there. That could be the thing, and I never ever want for me to be the thing that's pushed anybody over the edge. That would kill me. Oh, Jacqueline, is she? Oh. Carrie, do you know, I was told I couldn't have children. They said that when I was growing up, that I probably wouldn't be able to have kids. And when they injected dye into me and all this stuff, and they found out, see the bends in my spine, my organs have moved slightly away from this bend in my spine, which is amazing to me that my body's done that. And they thought when I fell pregnant, and they'd say to me, um, you'll probably not be able to carry the child. You'll probably not be able to carry the child. Well, I carried Sophie until she was 37 weeks. Amanda was 38 weeks, and Peter was on the dot 40 weeks. So I proved them all wrong. Because it was my mum and dad that they had told all of this back then, years and years ago. And I remember as a wee girl, I was upset, but my mum and dad had always said to me, look, even though the people can't have babies naturally, there's some babies out there that don't have a mummy and daddy that are just looking for someone to come and get them and be. So I always thought to myself that I would be a mum one day. I would, if I could give birth naturally or not, I'd have been a mum one day. But they also told me I wouldn't be able to drive a car. They told me that as well. And there I am driving a car. So they told me a few things that I've... But see, people shouldn't tell me I can't do it. This is what I'm saying to you. Like the ex-husband saying to me, you can't jump that fence in NASA. And I was like, hold my bag. Hold my bag. I'll show you who can't jump the fence. So people shouldn't say to me, you can't do that. Because I'm like, oh, well, watch me do it and take a video of me doing it. And then I'm going to upload it to YouTube, showing people me doing it. Don't tell me I can't do it. Age of ASMR, you see, I've missed your comment. I missed. My sweet Edge of ASMR. Yes, so there's some people. In fact, there's some people that I know that was a bit of a bully back in school are actually passed away now. There was one girl in particular, and she ended up on heroin. And I met her one time. I had Amanda. Amanda was younger. She must have been about 12, 13 or something at the time. And I was in the chemist, and she came over to me and she was going, "All right, Linda," she says, I see yous all with kids, and I think, what did I do wrong in my life? And I felt that sorry for her, and she went, my mum was stealing my bag the other night. My mum was stealing my bag and going through my bag. And I'm thinking to myself, her mum's probably took the bag off her to see if she's got any heroin or all that. She's passed away now. I'd found out a few years ago that she passed away. So there's people in my class at school that aren't here. In fact, a horrible situation happened just at Christmas there, and it was a man that, see, when I seen a picture of him, I'd never know him. He looked like a wee old man, but he's the age of me. Had went missing in our area, and it was all over our social media and things. Have you seen this man? He'd went away out a walk with his dog, and the dog came back, but he didn't. They found the dog, but he was gone. So it was all round about this area that the police were all out looking and stuff. Police helicopters were over my house and everything. They found him in a field, dead, the man. And he was in my class, so... And I think I'm living on borrowed time. That's what I think. So every day I try and have a laugh. Although it does annoy people. Every day I try and laugh. And if I can say something nice to someone that they're going to go, that was nice, that was that. Well, thanks very much. Then that's made me happy. ASMR Tingled Pink. You can always talk to me. I'm on Facebook if you want a private conversation. That if you talk to me on Facebook privately, I would never tell another soul what we talk about or all that. I don't roll that way. I just don't do it. I see it all the time. People dropping DMs. You'll never get a DM dropped by me. I'm not for that kind of stuff. That would hurt my Scottish pride. We don't do that. And we don't phone the popo either. Unless it's like a murder. If there was a murder, of course, or something with children, of course I'd phone the police. But if someone was outside having a square go, I would just be getting my popcorn and sitting there watching it. And then if the police came and said, did you see a fight happening? I'd be going, officer, I've been in the kitchen all day. That's just the way I am. I'm not a grass. See, that's in Glasgow. That's a bad thing. Age of ASMR. Well, I try and be kind to everybody. That's it. And listen, a lot of people don't agree with me with certain things, and that's that's life. It'd be boring if everybody thought everything that I like they've got to like, and everything I say they've got to say. Listen, if you don't agree with me with politics or football, remember my buff carrot? I've not seen him in a while. My buff carrot, but he's a Rangers fan. And I'm of course a Celtic, and there's a big rivalry. But listen, even if you're a Rangers fan, I don't mind that it's a game of football. I still love you. This is the thing. I don't. Or political views. You can have your political view, but listen, I don't care. The only thing I judge people on is if they're an asshole. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Oh, my sweet Sky, I'll be getting a plane down to France. I'll be phoning John Travolta. He's going to pick me up from my castle. I'm going to fly to France, and I'll get them for you. Yes, Edge, don't you like sometimes having a good discussion about things, like a debate? I like that. I like a bit of debating. Like, are aliens true? Right, a lot of people will say, that was the military, which I've had, that was a military plane that you seen when you were a wee girl. That wasn't a UFO. And then I'm saying, but they don't have even the military kind of planes to this day. This thing was silent in there. I love all that, having a wee debate and things. Hello there, Marshmallow Man. How are you? I like a debate. I enjoy it. I enjoy watching it as well. What I don't like watching is people ripping other people apart, and it's thank you very much, Marshmallow Man. That's very kind of you. So anyway, I've been on 62 minutes. My God, see, the time just flies when I'm talking to you. I think to myself, I don't know what I'm going to talk about today, but we'll probably end up in the gutter. There's probably a few things going to happen. I'll end up in the gutter. That's always a given. That's a given now. Aquaman and Keanu always get brought up now. That's a new one. Oh, my hair's a mess today, but I've got a little blue streak in it, Marshmallow Man. I'm feeling a bit rock starish. I feel a bit trendy today. So anyway, thank you all so much for coming in and making my day good. I hope you have a lovely day. If you need me, you know where to find me. You'll get me on Facebook and come over and talk to me. And enjoy your day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Thank goodness it's Friday tomorrow. We'll have the Friday feeling. And see, if it was me and I was ruling the world, tomorrow would be a day off. Friday, Saturday and Sunday, remember? So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.